G-Roll Electronic Productions, baby.
Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matters to we the people. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and share this out so we can get this information out there. Also, hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm going live, because I go live. I can go live at any moment. Also, sign up for our Patreon at DEMOCREPUBLIX on Patreon. The link is in the description. We have a bunch of exclusive content. I mean, I put out so much content on Patreon. A lot of good information to keep you informed. If you want to be informed, be knowledgeable about what's going on in the world, go ahead and sign up for this Patreon, because I put stuff out there. A lot of stuff that I can't put on YouTube goes on there. So go ahead and sign up for the Patreon. It's as low as $2 a month. It'll get you informed, and it's a great community that we started of like-minded individuals. So check it out at Patreon. Let's go ahead and get into this news. All right. This is from the Federalist. Biden administration plans to make gas even more expensive because you're not poor enough yet. And if you've been listening to me, you know that I've been talking about this. This is the Great Reset. This is all by design. They want to destroy this economy so they can bring in Marxism, socialism. So that's what this is all about. Y'all know I've been talking about this for years. And that's why they're trying to destroy this economy. And anyone that's paying just a little bit of attention, if you're paying just a little bit of attention, you know that this is the case. The article says, did you ever think you'd be paying this much for a gallon of gas? That's apparently what Joe Biden wants to know. While he and the rest of his administration do their best to make sure you're paying even more every time you fill up the tank. And his policies show this. All you have to do is look at his policies, but we'll get into that in a minute. Biden's latest play is a plan to block oil and gas drilling within 10 miles of New Mexico's Chaco Canyon, citing the canyon's cultural significance for local American Indian groups. Chaco Canyon National Historic Park is roughly 30,000 acres. And they got rid of the Keystone Pipeline deal, which made gas go up. And all this stuff he's doing is he's doing it deliberately. And Danny Tarkin tweeted out, "Did you ever think you'd be paying this much for gas?" Let's check this out. What Joe Biden says.
Did you ever think you'd be paying this much for a gallon of gas? In some parts of California, they're paying $4.50 a gallon.
It's like he don't know. Either he don't know that his policies are creating this, or he does, and it's by design. But the people that's putting this stuff, giving him these policies, are trying to destroy this economy. I don't know if he necessarily knows what's going on or not. We know all about Dementia Joe. But the article goes on to say, but banning oil and gas leases near Chaco Canyon is only the most recent in a long list of moves by Biden administration that will hurt you at the pump. Targeting American pipelines. On his first day in the White House, Biden pulled the permit for controversial Keystone XL pipeline. That's what I was just talking about, leading to the project's termination in June. Meanwhile, Biden green lighted the Russian Nord Stream 2 pipeline, a project of Putin affiliate Matthias Warnick. So my question is, if it's really the environment, you really don't want these pipelines because it's supposedly destroying the environment, why are you okaying the pipeline in Russia? And Russia's supposed to be our enemies. We're supposed to be against Russia, and yet you are approving their pipeline and getting rid of our pipeline. I've discussed this before ad nauseum. It makes no sense unless you're trying to destroy the economy. But the article goes on to say that earlier this month, Biden's deputy press secretary, Karen Jean-Pierre, signaled the administration was preparing to target another pipeline, Michigan Line 5. I believe we did a video on that, either on YouTube or on the Patreon, talking about the Michigan Line 5. But the Army Corps of Engineers is preparing an environmental impact. Look through this, Jean-Pierre said last week. Line 5 provided 65% of propane demand to Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and 55% propane for the entire state. And they got rid of that. Fueling inflation. Consumer prices jumped by 6.2%, and we done tons of videos on that. Compared to a year before, the most staggering inflation hike Americans have seen in 30 years. Meanwhile, in the same 1 year period, producer prices grew by 8.6. And again, I've done a whole video on the inflation thing. I got a whole playlist that goes into the economy and inflation and all of that stuff. So if you want to learn more about that, click on that playlist. Mandating vaccines. Biden coerced press release termed bureaucratic mandate forcing companies with 100 or more employees to require the stupid 19 shot has caused staffing shortages across the industry, exacerbating supply production crisis nearly everywhere. And again, we went over that. Got tons of videos about the mandates, so you can check those out on the Stupid 19 playlist. Threatening tax hikes. And this is all stuff they just put in the article. It's awesome. This is all stuff that we covered in detail, so you can check all this out in the various playlists. But the tax hikes, we talked about the tax hikes and how that's going to hurt everyone. It's crazy. In a time where we had a pandemic, he's going to do this. Like I said, again, it's by design. And then we got an article from the Great Gateway Pundit. Biden effect gas prices in California reach all-time high, $4.68 a gallon. Crazy. It says success. Joe Biden and the Democrats promised to rid the U.S. of fossil fuels, and they are doing it. And what that means is higher energy costs for you. And remember, Obama said he was going to make it too expensive to get gas. And Biden is basically carrying on that policy. Gas prices in California today reached an all-time high at $4.68 per gallon. U.S. oil prices have surged by more than 65% this year during the Joe Biden's first year. CNN reported California gas prices hit $4.68 per gallon on Monday, setting a new record for the state for the second day in a row, according to the American Automobile Association. So this is more evidence right here showing that this is by design. I got one more thing here, and I alluded to it earlier. Biden gang now worried about the border between Russia and Ukraine. Again, he's not really protected. All of this is about destroying the economy. That's why the border here in the U.S. is wide open. He want to funnel illegals in here, and he want war with Russia. That's why they're starting to saber rattle and stuff like that's going on in Ukraine. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And please sign up for that Patreon. We're trying to build a community here. And check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Until next time. Peace.